Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of news to talk about. We've got the co-founder of Gala Games on ahead of the game, giving a bunch of different leaks on the ecosystem. We've got the Gala film light paper, which is coming a little bit sooner because literally it came out a couple days ago. We've got the Walking Dead Empires and other playtests to talk about. So we're going to be breaking down the news for today. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content on Gala, and let's get into it. So first off, there is a light paper for Gala film right now. It is public, and yes, I will be breaking this down in a future dedicated video to give you what is happening in this 19-page light paper for Gala film. But let's start off here because Gala Games recently gave their The Walking Dead Empires playtest. And this teaser featured a lot of brand new features, namely alliance features, new weapons, new terrains, new walkers, and just an all-around more well-rounded, clarity-filled game. It was so much better than it was before. This persistent playtest is what they're coining this new age of Gala Games playtest. Is supposed to be indefinite. So it's supposed to not end, but there are possible server resets and things involved. And they did also say during this playtest, sightseeing adventure that this would be an alpha build of the game. So the game is not done, but they are going to be showcasing it to the public. And yes, I am very excited for this in specific. The second thing I wanted to talk about is this right here. This is like kind of crazy. If you look at how many games are in the crypto gaming space, it's kind of getting absurd at this point. There's a ton of different games out there. Remember, Gala's building somewhere around, 50 games in their ecosystem? It's a massive number and a massive undertaking. You see Champions Arena on the mobile category, but there's a lot of different games in the Web3 gaming landscape. So many different games to look into, so many sub-games that are being built on top of these games. So yeah, a lot of these games are probably going to end up coming out in 2024. So year 2 of crypto gaming coming very soon. And here's my thing. I have a strong belief that node ecosystems are the most slept upon. It gives massive funding for Web3 gaming ecosystems to be built out. I was looking at Gala and Playable. I'm curious on how these chains will build out their product funded by the community. And to be honest with you, these are some of the most successful plays that people are looking at right now in the crypto gaming space in terms of, fulfilling a product delivery and just outperforming the rest of the market. So next news, this is a big one here. And one I didn't really expect. This came from a juicy announcement here. But the next Gala Miranda's playtest is slated to also be persistent. So I don't know if this is a new wave of Gala Games saying that their playtests are going to be persistent or not. I'm not sure. Don't take it as that is what it's going to be. But that means it'll likely stay, this is what they've said, online indefinitely or for a long time. Which to me is great because Gala Games seems like they're ready to show off their products to the world. Miranda's is their flagship title, so having that online, kind of like how Star Citizen does it, is always a good thing and something that we want to continue to have in our ecosystem. And something interesting that came out over the past couple days was this announcement by this Tacticards making this game called Axie World. And, we talk a lot about, Gala Games and, oh, they didn't fulfill their promises here. A lot of games in 2021 did not fulfill a lot of promises. I mean, this was Axie Infinity, and this is like their community building something now. It's kind of what I expected Axie Infinity land gameplay to look like back in 2021 when they said this was going to be coming out. But yeah, here we go. The community's trying to build something new, and this is big because this is giving you a teaser as to what's probably going to end up happening when inevitably Gala Chain goes full on scale. And a lot of the community members begin to create games because there have been a couple community members in Gala that have built small little mini games for the Voxverse, that's the metaverse for the Gala Games ecosystem, and that's that. Now let's get into the bigger news, and this has to do with the ahead of the game, which actually featured Benefactor, one of the co-founders of the Gala Games ecosystem. And so this image, it's going to look a little bit confusing, but the easiest way to understand it is IPFS runs a lot of the decentralized web. And Gala Games' founder nodes actually have pretty much one of the largest node clusters in the entirety of IPFS. So a lot of IPFS is being run by Gala founders nodes. And so, yes, that does mean that, these founders nodes aren't only in the Gala chain. They're helping out with more than that. And so for reference, they are Kubo in this chart, and Kubo is the largest number, as you can see right here. And keep in mind, this is, I believe, also accounting for the 14,000 nodes that are not online right now, the ones from Wright Thurston and Eric Schurmeyer. You guys know the lawsuit going on. So yeah, Gala founders nodes run the decentralized web, pretty much is what we're going at right now. Something else, and this is big for Gala founders node holders as well. This is the month you've been waiting for, pretty much. Okay, here it is. Gala founders node holders will be receiving a massive, this is what they said, NFT drop coming this month. Okay, coming this month, big words. Wright and Eric, founders of Gala Games, are currently not running their nodes, meaning the node drop will be larger for Gala founders node holders. This man right here is not running his nodes. That's like, what, 7,000 nodes? And then you got another 7K? I don't know the distribution, but yeah, it's a lot of nodes that are not going to be receiving founders NFTs. You know, this NFT drop is going to be huge for founders node holders because it's going to be very concentrated on the people that have supported Gala for the longest of time, and those are the founders node holders, of course. So I'm hoping the best for them, because this should be a juicy one if it actually comes this month. We know what Gala does, but if it happens this month, it's going to be real spicy. So another big thing here, this is from Legends Reborn. Now, Legends Reborn was a game that people were like freaking out about, like, oh no, it's going to be canceled. But then Gala was like, no, never mind. You know, we're going to go ahead and save this game. Now it's ours, pretty much. And so Legends Reborn, here it is, has a fully playable build with all features being returned, and they're currently testing in-house before it goes live, which is great. There we go. Legends Reborn is coming back to Gala Games, and that's great news. We want to see that game live. I know that there's plenty of people out there that have been hyped for the longest of time for it, so let's get it going. Let's get it going. And so next one, from the head of the game, Rep is launching very soon on Gala Chain. And why am I saying that? Well, because on it, they talked about the fact that Rep is still on track to go ahead and launch with their prototype build in that 90-day mark that they talked about before. And I'm not going to lie, 90 days, it's getting real close to that point. So I'm thinking that Rep is probably going to launch this month if I had to give a date. That's just me giving some random date here, but we are getting real close to the launch of Rep, which is the social media application being built on the Gala chain. It's supposed to be something that is a marvel to the decentralized web, as always is Gala's vision. And next thing, I was challenged by Gala employees. They were talking trash. And I'm not going to lie, I won, okay? and I won Poker Go Play. I got some context on how Poker Go Play actually functions. And I will say that Poker Go Play is a fully built out poker game in the Gala Games store right now. You can go ahead and play it yourself. They have sweepstakes features. They've got ancient NFT frames, etc., etc. This is a game that, in my opinion, when it hits mobile and when they are ready for marketing, I don't see why they would have any problem getting people to play this game, because it was clean as day. And in terms of a poker application, being affiliated with Poker Go is a big deal in the poker world. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of playing into the Axie Infinity clip that I showed you before, this was something, I believe it was yesterday where they gave this, no, it was 3 days ago. Wow, time passes fast. So Maul over here did an at everyone on the Gala Games Discord, said, short and sweet from me today, are you a game developer? Do you know game developers? Well, if so, and you or those are making a game or have made games before, please reach out to me. You can DM me here on Discord, and here's the hint. It would be cool to see people putting their games on Gala Chain, right? I think what that means is that they are very close to finishing the whole Gala Chain thing that we've been waiting for the longest of time. They're ready to show it to the world, and they are ready to begin putting people's games on Gala Chain. A lot of Ronin Network success lately has been from these community builders coming onto the Ronin Network and making their games a reality, or other games from other networks. Maybe some of the Polygon ones that, Polygon's kind of in the water, going out there and saying, we need some funding. We know that Gala Chain could possibly get us more users. Let's go to Gala Chain instead. So I think this is a great idea. I think that we're getting that much closer to Gala Chain being a more impactful part of the Gala Games ecosystem. And I'm really looking forward to this because they have been giving us a lot of teasers for this. And so that's going to be this video. I'll be doing a Gala film dedicated video on the light paper in the future, probably in the next couple of days. If you enjoyed this content, as always, like and subscribe. Till the next time, stay classy. And that's all.